Champ and Contender Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Champ and Contender Podcast. My name is Joseph J. Jones.
My name is Fabian Collymore.
And we have a special guest with us today to play our very special game, Double P, Double Q, which stands for Public Pub Quiz Questions. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my best mate, Bobby Webster. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm good, thanks, boys. How you doing?
Yeah.
You're scraping a barrel a bit here with me. I feel like you've asked for Tyrone from Corrie and ended up with me. Tyrone from Wish.
Oh, right. This is my best mate, Bob. You've come to play a game that you've got really no clue about.
No.
So what this is a cup full of random questions.
That is the last cup of Christ. That's what that is. The state of that.
This was my dad's trophy. He got burnt in a fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway,
Sorry, Nick.
I digress. I digress. We've got random questions in here. We don't know anything about them. They've been sent in by the public. We're laughing at that. We're doing all right. And
Doing well.
we've got to read them out and we've got to answer them individually. So without further ado, this is Double P, Double Q, Public Pub Quiz Questions. Bob, would you like to go first?
I feel like there should be a spotlight there.
Diddly diddly diddly.
Good luck, boys.
Read it out.
John from Southend. You know. Smash, marry, kill. Deirdre Barlow, Pat Butcher, Dot Cotton. Jesus,
Oh,
that's a start.
wow.
Smash, marry, kill. Christ.
Yeah, got to give us your explanation.
Listen,
Why?
I would marry Dot Cotton.
Why is that?
She's a woman of faith, and I feel like she'd look after me. We'd have a little drop of sherry, whatever she used to drink. I would smash Deirdre Barlow.
She was a bit of a girl, wasn't she?
She looked like she'd been about.
She was always
so-
cheating on Ken. Oh,
and then, yeah, I'd have to kill Pat Butcher.
oh,
Yeah,
why?
Bad taste in earrings.
Definitely. All right, go on. Who's next? Me or you?
You.
All right. Oh, God.
Oh, that was hilarious. That
I
one.
was not expecting that as a start.
Mate, what a start. All right.
Getting an
So-
analog gap here.
I thought it was going to be something sport related. Straight in.
Right. This is Jackie from Essex. Which historical figure would you most like to meet and why? Oh, that's a good one.
Past or present?
I guess, should we go with anything? Anything that's happened?
Yeah, that's fair.
Genghis Khan would be an interesting one to sit in a room with and say, why the hell did you do what you do and how did you do it? I mean, it's pretty deep, that one. But he's
Tough start there.
but he's mental, Genghis Khan. Not that I've met him, but lad down the pub.
Yeah.
That you know of and a history and all that, but I reckon to sit down with someone of that sort of calibre of history, I mean, Genghis Khan would just... He'd have so many children. He would marry his... He'd marry his daughters
Don't know too much
off.
about him, to be
He'd
honest.
marry his daughters off to different kings in different countries, so that he could go there and conquer their countries, like, and literally have their realms and their people obey him and stuff. And like, then he'd kill their husbands, and their daughters would be. I think that's right.
Wow.
So yeah, just to I don't know, some sort of. That's a tough
Score
one.
his mind.
Genghis Khan. Have I wasted that? I'm going with it. Genghis
Yeah,
Khan.
Maybe lower the limits, just go with Amir Khan.
Who would you pick?
I quite like my history and in terms of like the war back in the day. So I'd like to see what Churchill or someone like that was like. He's an interesting figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably someone like Churchill, I'd say. If it was sporting, that would be completely different.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in terms of like historical, go with Churchill.
Sporting, I'd have Muhammad Ali sitting here
I was
all
thinking
day.
Ali straight away, or
Yeah.
someone like Bobby Moore, or
Yeah.
But if we're going historical or political, I'll go Churchill.
Genghis Khan. Why have I
Genghis
said
Khan.
that? Have I just tried to be some like, oh yeah, historical Genghis Khan?
So edgy. So edgy now. He's got a podcast.
Oh mate, Genghis Khan. Oof. What? Who's it for?
Some person called Crap Bag.
Crap bag.
Okay, Crap Bag from North London. What's the best way to
Arsenal fan.
waste? What's the best way to waste time?
Give the ball to David Raya.
Illegal throw-ins, knocking into the best way to waste time. That's a hard question for me because I like to fill every minute of the day with doing something. So it's very difficult for me. But the best way, Netflix. I think I like
Netflix and
it, but I
chill,
do
baby.
think it's a waste of time. I think like I could be doing something so productive in this period. I'm a workaholic though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Best way to waste time is making a podcast.
no, we're not wasting time.
No, you're not
9
wasting
hours
time.
of editing.
Yeah, 9 hours of editing.
Yeah, mate. So tough. All right. Bobby.
So it's kinda.
You had a hard one there.
I've got friends and family watching. Oh, really?
Who's it from?
Tasha Hackney, you're about to have sex with a woman and you smell saltfish. Do you continue or not? No, I don't continue.
Oh, what?
This could be the quickest podcast in history.
Oh, why don't you continue? She might be making you a lovely dinner.
No, not for me.
Oh. What? Fabe?
Me again.
Oh, it's me in it. It's me. Wow. Who's written that in? All right, here we go. Oh, I've just dropped one on the floor.
God, it's an essay.
Right. This someone's sat in the mic. Mrs. Banana Hammock from Watford. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? There's a few here, isn't there, Bob? There's a few. One that springs to mind, like I was well off my head. And Bob's mate, Dansky, who's from Jamaican descent.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, I got invited to his 40th.
No, 30th.
Was that his
He'll
30th?
be 40 next year. Yeah.
Jesus. So I got him back. I got invited to his 30th, and I'm just like, I'm gone. I'm like fully gone, and I was just like pestering the DJ, like, let me sing. It's my mate's 30th. And so, bear in mind, Jamaican descent, all the family, they're all there. Like, for whatever reason, I just had it in my head that it'd be a perfect moment for me to sing, like, You're Jamming by Bob Marley.
Yeah.
So imagine just this white guy gets up on the mic. And just, dun, 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 dun. Just thought it'd be a good idea.
Over another song, though, wasn't it? It wasn't even Bob Marley playing. I think it was just another song playing. And he just grabs the mic for about a minute. Says, we're jamming. And everyone's just looking around. I was actually at the bar, and my mate Dan, his mate, was like, who is that bloke? It was the first time in my life I went, I don't know, actually. I'm actually not sure. Genuinely, I was like, I'm actually not sure. I brought him with me, yeah. I was like, I'm actually don't know.
But you know, like, my intentions, I was just so gone, but my intentions was so honest. I was just like,
Yeah.
they'll love this. And I just went on stage.
Really didn't read the room. Bear in mind, like, how good he is at singing and stuff. It just, he wasn't on form that night, to be fair, I must say. It was
You're Jamming by Bob Marley.
tough watch.
Guided.
Yeah,
In front of a
tough
load of
watch.
Just
Yeah.
just like as if they want to hear some white bloke doing that any injustice.
Yeah, it's a tough watch.
Right, Fabe.
Me? Mate, have we got enough questions?
Yeah, we got loads.
Okay, cool.
Better believe.
Ooh, Bendo.
He nearly fell for it. Who's written these?
Good guy, Ben.
This guy called Ben Dover from Bury St Edmunds. What was your first childhood memory?
Who's put in these places as well?
Bury sentiments. Your first childhood memory. Going Barbados every summer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, when I was 6, 7, 8,
Nice.
9, 10,
Yeah,
11,
really?
12, all the way to 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every year. Barbados, 6 weeks holiday.
You got a place out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually went with our school on a cricket tour.
No way.
Yeah, to Barbados.
He was the wicket keeper
yeah,
of the West, mate.
yeah.
Is it?
yeah, we went. We would have been coming into year 10, so however long, 2006. That would have been around about then. Yeah, it's a really good trip. It was, we done cricket and the girls done netball.
Okay.
But I think we went out there. We were supposed to have like 5 cricket matches.
Yeah.
Ended up having 2 because the others just got rained off.
Yeah. What time of the year did you go?
October.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we went out there and we had a game against, they were like the Bayesian under 15 champions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got bowled out for like 40. And we came in to bowl and it got rained off. So we come home and say, yeah, we drew with the Bayesian under 15 champions. Yeah, that was a good trip though. Yeah, it was a good trip.
He was too young to be drinking there though.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
He would have been on the Coxford,
yeah,
the Mount Gay.
Yeah, I was a...
Won't say the
popular
teacher's
kid then.
name, but do you remember the teacher was a PE teacher at the time? And then he just rocked up, didn't he, after getting sacked from the school? And just like, I'm here, boys.
Yeah, it was a random...
What,
weird
in
trip.
Barbados? He rocked up in
Rocked
Barbados?
up in Barbados.
He was still a teacher. They sort of banned him from the trip and then... he just turned up, just booked his own flight and turned up.
He was a bit like of a hero to the like youngsters though, wasn't he? He was that sort of a lad. Right, Bobby,
Your guy.
the
Here we go.
goblet of spew.
You got bad luck.
know.
You pick out all the rough ones.
That second one, Jesus Christ.
first one.
I know, but that was even calmer than the second.
How do you see yourself in 5 years? Stephanie from Ipswich. Thanks for the question, Steph. In 5 years, I'd like to think I'd be settled down. I'm in a relationship, happy relationship, very happy.
Just to get that on air.
Sorry, Deirdre. So I would have, we'll be moved into our own house, which is probably going to happen the next year or so. And I'd like to think I'd have, in the next 5 years, a couple of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably me at the minute. Yeah, a couple
The
of
American
kids.
dream.
Oh, you got to live it. Yeah, no, I'd like two little kids. I'd like. Yeah, that's
Do you want one
probably
there, free of charge?
Yeah, yeah. So no, I think that would be me in 5 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pool and all that. Pool by the ass in the house.
Oh, swimming. No, yeah, I don't know. No.
What is this, America you want to go to?
Oh no!
I'm so
You said
baffled.
living in American drug. Yeah, no, just
Because there's no pool in London.
No.
yeah,
mate,
no pools for me. No.
All right. Me now.
This is like a weird version of spin the bottle. It feels like a sleepover.
Right, this is from Janet in Leeds. There she is. Would you model in a bikini on a London fashion catwalk? The answer to that is no, but the answer is if I'm getting paid through the eyeballs to do it, mate, I don't need a bikini. I'll just strut out there naked. I don't care. Give me what's the limit to the price of wearing a bikini on stage? How much would you pay?
Yeah.
Would you? If someone went, there's 10 grand bikini on stage, would you do it?
You're thinking.
Yeah, well, another 10 grand.
Yeah. I would do it. 10 grand.
yeah.
I'll do it for a grand. Do it for a bag.
A bikini. Yeah.
You know people's going to be coming at you like, look, there's a grand.
Oh, mate,
do it.
Do it. I'll be on there.
Yeah, not a grand. Do you remember that time you jumped in the seat? In Leon's seat?
Yeah.
What was that for? Like
How
500
much?
quid.
500 quid.
Is it 500? And you sort of pulled me to the side. Everyone's like, go on, Gibbo, do it. Like the tide was out.
So they all done like a whip round, didn't they?
Yeah.
So like they said, oh, if you, I had no money at the time. It's like, Gibbo, if you do it, like we'll put money in. I was like, oh, how high can we go then? And it got up to 500 quid.
And he's like, considering it, he pulls me to one side and went, you'll put in, wouldn't you? And I was quite cynical. I was like, I'm not giving you a penny. Honestly, he went diving in the sea. It was so shallow, wasn't it? He had to swim around the boat, come back. He's just standing there soaking in the middle of Leon Sea.
But luckily,
the best bit was so it's sort of all finished. I'd nipped for a wee, gone into the toilet, and you could see just in the looking out the window. I was having a. I could just see in the street him just whipped his pants off, and then just putting these like shorts on or something. It was,
just my
got a lot of stories like that. So he'd do the bikini.
Yeah. Is it me? It is me, yeah? Yeah. Bikini's nothing then. Emaine from Reading. Does you smell between your toes? Do you smell between your toes? The answer is no.
What?
Not for a while anyway.
Do you smell between your toes? I'm looking for cultural questions here, people. In Maine from Reading. Do you smell between your toes?
He said, does you smell between your
Does
toes?
you smell? Does you smell? No. He got away with murder.
Do you?
No.
Yeah.
Not for a couple of weeks. There we go. Come on. I've been done with this again. Marry, kiss, make love. Nicola from Barking. Thank you, Nicola from Barking. The Queen. Oh, Queen Camilla, Susan Boyle, Jackie Stallone. Jesus Christ. I would.
I know, we haven't though. He's just picking them out at random.
I would.
Drum roll.
Kiss Susan Boyle.
Oh, really?
Actually, no, I'll tell you about. I'll marry Susan Boyle.
God, every day.
You just sing to me, yeah. I would make love to Camilla.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
And then Jackie Sloane's dead now, isn't she? So I'll just give her a kiss on the forehead.
Oh, is she dead?
I'm pretty sure
God.
she's no longer with us. Yeah,
You can't do none. You can't do anything with Jackie Sloane.
So we might actually have to. Nicola from Barking, we might have to edit that one out.
Right, me. Here we go. If you could have been anything, what would you have chosen? That's Jack from Aberdeen.
Damn.
Wow, Scotland. If you could have been anything, what would you have chosen? Well, I am a singer, so I guess I can't really say I want to be a singer. But that's what I always wanted to be. I think a boxer. I mean, I've gone on about it enough on this podcast, but if someone had said, like, you could be anything, like, from an age of when you wanted to do it, I would have been, like, a boxer, but, like, a world champ. Like, if you could... I think everyone would love to be some form of fighter, whether it in UFC or... It's like I don't know. For me, talking as a guy, I think it's like a bit of a... testosterone-driven dream, isn't it? Like, as a kid, like, I'd love to be a boxer.
Yeah.
I love, like, when we have boxers in here and we interview them, it's like you sort of live that life. Like, I've lived my life as a singer, but using a boxer's mentality because of what my dad brought me up on.
Yeah.
And I've said that a number of times. People would be like, "Oh, shut up about your dad." My dad's a boxer.
Your dad used to box?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, A-B?
ABC. But yeah, I would have liked to have been a professional boxer and see if I'd have had a shot. I think I could have been good. I used to train you up, didn't I? Dad used to train us up, and I had a very good jab that I thought was pretty good. What would you say?
No, you did have a good jab, yeah.
Fishing for a compliment.
Yeah. Hold the pads, I used to have a sore hands off.
He was good. He had a good hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, good right hook. Dad was shocked how natural his right hook was.
Yeah, when I was younger, it was always football, but my Uncle Pete used to try and get me down like the boxing gym. He was like boxing, judo. My cousins used to go, but looking back now, sort of as the way of the world goes, I do kind of wish I had a bit of like sort of a combat behind me. Do you know what I mean? Not that I would use it because I'm not that kind of person, but it's just nice to sort of know you could protect yourself. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, Dad taught you a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So you've still got that?
Yeah. I mean, someone comes at me, I run the other way. Don't do
Sensible though.
Susan Boyle comes round at me.
This ain't an advertisement. So come swinging a bomb and see how he does.
Free it,
You'd have done boxing, though, wouldn't you?
No, football.
I
loved football.
Seen you on the pads though, like not you on, but you doing the pads.
I got the pads. I would love to coach a boxer, take them to the top level. I still think I could do it.
Do you still do the PT stuff?
Yeah. So I still PT, but I would love to take an elite athlete not elite, and a good level, and take them right to the top. I think I can do it.
Well, I want to get her on the show, and we can edit this bit out. Yeah. But you started off Ramila Ali, didn't you?
Really?
Yeah, I helped her out at the beginning with her strength and conditioning.
Nice.
And she's got real potential, but she does have a bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So have you got a not boxing background?
No, it's just like I love boxing, I love watching it. I love UFC as well.
Same.
It's weird because we've had athletes in the room, and it all seems, because I know Fabe obviously from work and stuff like that, and like you don't really understand. You think like, well, how can a sprinter do these things? And then talking to other athletes that have come in here, you understand, because the mentality is just like the work ethic behind it, and then you learn anything. It's almost like me learning a different genre of music. You can just do it. Like,
it's like what Mark said when he came. He was like, everything, not to say that sprinting and athletics is the greatest, but everyone needs speed. They need change of direction and power, explosiveness. That comes from sprinting. Everything in sprinting is that you can move it into all different sports. You can move into cricket, you can move into boxing, you can move into judo, you can move into football. There's so many different things you can put it into. So I feel that I've got the knowledge and I've been through it where I could train many different sports into being great.
You should push that forward though, because your quality at doing all that, like strength and conditioning for like even someone like who's on the verge of like a fight and stuff, and like even to yourself prove that you can do it. Like take ABA fighters and do it like that. That'd be wicked.
My main goal and aim is to get someone to the Olympics.
Through any sport,
but my main aim would be athletics, sprinting. But if it's boxing, whatever, I would love to be able to get something.
So it'd be like a bit of a Mickey to a Rocky, if that makes sense. Get it.
It's a good goal to have, mate.
Mate, that'd be quality.
But then when I get there, I'll be like, I want him to win it.
Yeah, mate. Why not? That's what you if you're in athletics, it's the goal, right?
Yeah. Is it me?
Yep.
Oh no,
Oh, is it you now?
I think so. But if you've got a Deirdre Barlow or
No, it's not Deirdre Barlow.
I answered that last.
So then it's
which
me,
was
right?
it's you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Simon from Birmingham. Who are the better drivers?
Oh,
everyone picked up a bit. I literally just passed my test, so
I can't say anything because I don't drive.
So
and I've only just learnt to drive, so I've literally, we have to say that women are the better drivers.
Women are the better drivers in this room.
White flag, waving it around. That's mental. We're getting proper stitched up. Like last time that we did this, it was sort of like semi like, oh, we'll get family to do it and stuff like that. And like we'd hear like whispers about what the questions were, so it was like sort of prepped, and you're like, this is just full on
off the cuff.
Is this the first Q?
Double P,
Q, P,
double P, double Q,
double P. This is the first double P, double Q.
Yeah, this is the second. So we done our one. But
just you.
You're the first guest for so you're the first guest for a double P, double Q.
Yeah.
Honoured.
Right. Here you go, mate.
There we go.
So we all agree, women are the better drivers.
Yeah, women are the better drivers because, let's face it, I've only been driving 6 months. What have you been driving?
I passed my test the day before my birthday, and I haven't been in the car since.
Right, okay, and Bob don't drive, so women are the better drivers.
Steve from Dagenham, best singer, artist or band ever.
Oh, come on, mate. This is topic.
It's tough for me.
I think we'll agree on a few
I
of these.
will. If I could go back in time, one person I would see is Sinatra.
Really?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm the same as Gibbo. Really, that was the music I was brought up on.
Mm-hmm.
Dad loved it.
Yeah.
Mum loved it.
Which was weird for two, like we were like 13, 14 when we realised we both shared the love for like old swing styles and like jazz
That is
in
very
general.
weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
At that age.
Yeah, people into like 50 Cent. What film? Get Rich or Die Trying to come out, and they're like,
Yeah.
"I was your best friend." Even all that of me and him, like, "Come fly with me."
Come fly with me.
Going through the 8 corridor, like.
You'd have your headphones in, just be like as if you were bopping to 50 Cent, but like in your head it's like, I've got you under the skin.
And then he was like singing it, so like living it through him.
We met Tony Bennett, didn't we?
Yeah, I met Tony Bennett.
That was mad. If you probably don't know Tony Bennett, but
I've heard you speak about him.
Well,
Is he the with the part?
no, Tony Bennett. Well, he would have done. Yeah. Tony Bennett was
Great head of hair.
Yeah, the loneliness of Paris. You know, I left my heart in San Francisco. Do you know that song?
No.
Well, mate, Tony Bennett. If you don't, for those who don't know, he's basically as famous as Sinatra, doing all the crooning stuff. But we met him at like 16, didn't we? Well, I'm younger than that.
Probably younger than that, yeah. But yeah, for me, if there's one person I could go back to, just that, you could just, for me, put any Sinatra like playlist on Spotify or Apple, and I'm just listening to it the whole way through.
I don't have a special person that I listen to or
Do you know,
listen to.
my music taste is just such a broad range. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Who's your favourite band?
Band.
So, I mean, I know you like all your sort of soulful stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, you can have a band like that. So like Earth, Wind and Fire is a band.
I'd love to see them.
Stylistics.
Shy Lights, people like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just like...
Go on, who's your favourite band? You have to say it. You can see... So, you said Sinatra singer.
Yeah, so, like, current... I've seen, like, so many people like current, like, me and my brother love, like, One Republic or someone like that. We go and see them all the time. But, like, overall, I mean... I've never had the chance to see Oasis. I mean, in the 90s, that would have been so good. In their pomp, like, obviously we weren't old enough then, but imagine seeing them. That 90s era looks like so good. Like being in that sort of era, seeing them would have been
No social media.
Yeah, that would have been
music.
special. Yeah, that would have
with
been
their
special.
phones up, recording, just watch it.
Exactly.
I bet that them off, like with the lights, just like when they do their tour again, because it's going to be so different.
Yeah, that would have been something.
I'm going to that, by the way. So.
Oh, you said, yeah. Got a ticket for your best mate, best man. Yeah, that would have been great. But then I've seen people like, I've only sort of got into him in the last 5-6 years, but one of my favourite artists, weirdly, of all time now is Springsteen.
Oh, yeah.
Got to see Springsteen last year.
Yeah.
Geezer's 74, still bashing out a 3.5 hour concert.
Wow.
Just, it's mental, really.
Yeah.
So, that is amazing. So even then, like, I look at eras like that. I'd love to have seen them live when they're. So my stuff on YouTube, I'll just like watch Springsteen at the Hammersmith Apollo in 1975, and I'm just like, I'd love to be. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be there. Like songs like "Born to Run." He's nearly 50 years old this year.
Wow,
and is still. Like, still going strong.
Should be his anthem.
So
I need to hear it now.
Baby, you were born to run.
Gone off.
Bruce Springsteen, quality,
gone
mate.
off like topic there, but who would you be? Sinatra?
Yeah, Sinatra all
Band?
all day. Band. I would have loved to, because it was a rarity. Like, And a lot of sort of like musicians say this, and it's almost a little bit like illegal to say it because it's too cool for school. But like Joy Division was, I grew up loving Joy Division because it was quite poetic and punky and dark, and because he died at 23, the lead singer. So then Joy Division become New Order.
Okay.
So New Order was Love's Got the World in Motion, I know. And the music just wasn't that.
Featuring John Barnes.
Yeah. Gotta hold yourself. But Joy Division was Love will tear us apart again. Like, it's all that stuff. But very sort of, they were like the leading band for like sort of like what gothic or new romantic stuff, and I could go into Joy Division.
I listen to what's on now. I don't listen
Current,
to
really,
before.
don't go back,
I
really.
never really go back.
Who are you into now?
R&B wise, Leon Thomas. He's an R&B soulful singer. I can't even say his name. Emelian. Or something like that. yeah. Some R&B artists.
Yeah, okay.
Like you Lauryn Hill though, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a little debate with someone on there.
A little bit of not an argument.
Nah,
it was a sweet debate.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty cool with it.
Sinatra then, really.
Yeah.
That's the one. He's down there behind you. King. Oh, for £5,000, would you drink your best friend's vomit? God, mate, who's writing these?
Where was that from?
Doesn't say. Oh, I guess you're anonymous for that.
Is that why you brought me here tonight?
Give him loads of drinks.
Yeah.
Get him drunk.
Who's got the £5,000? Do you know what? Knowing me.
Oh, no.
Oh, knowing me.
I think you would.
How much of a drink? Is it a shot or is it a...
You tell me.
I think if it's a shot, he'll do it. If it's a pint, I don't think you'll go that far.
Oh,
I don't know.
That makes me feel sick even thinking
half
about
a pint.
it. But you know all the that they drink, half a pint is sick.
Yeah.
So all the
celebrity.
And I'm a
celebrity. All the that they drink, and they just do it like cat's vomit and whatever. It's not that, but like, you know, like widgety grubs mashed up, and like there's that cheese fruit that smells like vomit apparently. £5,000. You telling? All right, hold on. £5,000. You're telling me you wouldn't drink half a pint of sick? I mean, this might be sick that he's just eaten food and brought it up already quite quickly. No. Oh, I'm a bit grim like that. I'm going to say I would do it. I would do it for £5,000. I've got a daughter on the way. Sue me.
Would you do grub mash?
I've done stuff like that already. I swum out into Leon's Sea, like start naked.
There's no way I'm doing that.
£500. Ah, right, yeah. I would do it. Anonymous guy. Right, I've only got a couple more. You got one on the floor.
Yeah, one fell. One went down there.
I've got some questions I want to put towards you at the end of this. Well, debatable ones between us.
Okay, Danny from Kent. If you were on death row, what would you be having as your last meal?
Oh, good one, Danny.
Oh.
There's a traditional Bayesian meal called cuckoo and flying fish.
Okay.
Yeah, my gran makes it so good. Obviously, she passed away already, but I would get her to make that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
What's that? What's cuckoo?
It's like cornmeal. Oh, I don't want to butcher this.
No, go on.
I can't cook it.
I know, but not the ingredients, but what's the basis of it?
They're going to kill me for not knowing. But I just eat it. I don't get in the kitchen. I just get in the...
Don't see the process.
So you never wanted to make it yourself?
No. I'm not butchering it. I don't want no bad memories of it.
Did your mum make it?
My mum makes it. No, my dad actually makes it.
Yeah?
Yeah, my mum can't stir it because it's really tough to do and the risks are not good.
Right.
But my dad, he'll stir it up and he'll make it. And the cuckoo and flying fish on top. Oof.
Is it sweet?
No, it's quite dry. But like there's loads of gravy on it and then the fish on top.
Do they live in Barbados then?
They're over there for 6 months at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, well, by the time they comes back.
God, mate.
This goes out, they'll be back.
What's a dream? What's your house like in Barbados?
3 bedrooms, little pool.
No. Yeah, that'd be me in 5 years' time.
in Dagenham.
Little pool and veranda out the front. You just sit and you just lime. You just have you wake up early every morning, 5. You hear the cockerels. There's no chance of having lion. Yeah, you have your cockerels waking you up in the morning.
But for good reason, enjoying paradise. Don't want to sleep in for that, do you?
Yeah. So, it's early mornings, sun's rising, you just go for a walk, come back, and your day starts by 6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quality.
Good times.
Starts in the morning,
Yeah.
Get out there with your wicket-keeping gloves.
Honestly, I think they'd...
Who was that wicket keeper?
Yeah.
Come on, he'd tell you.
Barbados wicket keeper in the 90s.
Not sure wicket keeper. I could tell you, like, obviously Lara, batsman, Chandler Paul.
Chandler Paul's my guy. And
Yeah,
Lara.
Chandler Paul.
Yeah. What did he hit? 375, Lara.
Yeah, 375. Yeah, 375. Chris Gale, absolute beast. But yeah, I don't know the wicket keeper.
I thought they'd have been your game, mate.
Is there Jimmy
Bobby.
something? Maybe I'm wrong.
What are we talking?
Jimmy
90s?
Walker. Jimmy Walker is wicket keeper.
Talking 90s.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Who's next? You. So there's how many questions left? There's 3 questions left, but there's 1 at the bottom.
On the floor.
On the floor, yeah.
What's a big one? Yeah.
Wow. It's a book.
If you could design a video game about anything, what topic would you choose? Regina Phalange, Huddersfield.
Regina Phalange.
To be honest, they've already been made. It would just be football. To be honest,
Yeah.
for me, I don't really. I'm not a gamer, so obviously, last podcast I watched was your cousins. That was quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
It would be football for me. Growing up, I was always Pro Evo over FIFA.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, I couldn't get on with FIFA.
We always used to play Pro Evo in your little...
Mate, honestly, me on the PS2 Pro Evo,
Yeah.
no one's beating me.
Really?
Oh, no, definitely not.
What is Pro Evo like now? Is
It's
I don't think it's
nothing.
no- yeah. FIFA,
Really?
like, FIFA's still around.
Well,
I know FIFA's still
FIFA
around.
technically is not FIFA now, it's EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
FC 24 now, something like that.
Or one that's only just come out for years is a boxing game called Undisputed.
Okay.
Which is relatively new because they hadn't made a boxing game for years. So that looks quite good actually.
Yeah.
I used to love like Fight Night back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't branched out from a PS2, so my gaming days died when the PS2.
I actually play NBA more.
Really?
On
Yeah.
the PS5 with my boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's so good.
Beats you all the time.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. He's good, but he doesn't beat me all the time. We have battles and it's like 1-1, and we'll be like, final game. And he's like, no, I'm going to bed.
Respect the draw. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
too cool for school, mate.
Yeah,
No,
but
Dad, I don't fancy it, I'm going to bed.
But what about like a football game with a difference? You know, remember like Scorpio, wasn't it? All that
They used
stuff.
to have a really good one was like FIFA Street.
Yeah.
Really good.
that's
And they made like a basketball one for that. I used to play back in the
is
day. Yeah, it was really got NBA Street.
Okay.
It just obviously just.
Do you play Football Manager? Did you ever do that?
Used to.
Yeah.
Used to. Yeah, it's again. That would have been a good wasting time for like that. You just
I do that now. That is my wasting time then. I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I last time I would have played was a long time ago. I just remember like sitting there. I got work the next day. I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've just lost the hole. I've got to go to work. You know? Yeah. So, yeah.
It's on Netflix now. Football Manager. Yeah. So it's on my phone.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What, to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play it on your phone. Download it on your phone, and you're playing.
They should do a documentary about it on Netflix.
Do what?
Football Manager. They should do a little documentary about it because I remember like I never got obsessed with it, but people would be obsessed with Football Manager in this country.
Yeah.
Like
It was because it was Championship Manager before that. Wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Championship Manager. Then it was Football Manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
All
over
right. So Bob wouldn't create a game.
Yeah, literally they've been made. Yeah, waste of
They've
time.
all been done. It's really like the gaming world is so vast. Like, because I just think of games like from Mario to Crash Bandicoot and then FIFA and like, you know, GoldenEye and things like that. Like, they're old school games. When you talk to like my cousin, it's like there's a whole world you don't know about. Like, vastness. Like 1.2 million followers my cousin's got, and it's just like, go and watch the episode if you've not watched it. But it's so interesting hearing about that world. It's just mental. But all right, my go. Well, that's a receipt. Okay, that's the last one. There's one on the floor here, Fabe, which you can have. Right.
So the last one's on me. Great.
Make it a good one, mate.
What living person would you least like to meet?
Oh, that's tough.
Least like to meet? That's interesting. I think, do you know what? If I was in a room with someone and you have to meet them, who do I think's a like a proper
3 letters.
You know what? Philip Schofield. I would hate to meet Philip Schofield because I just think...
Why?
Oh, mate, I just think he's full of I think he's absolutely full of He knew what he was doing up to and all that. He absolutely knew what he was doing.
Mine would be Trump. I have no need to meet him. What for?
No.
Then if he was in a room and I had to go in it, I'd be like, I'll just walk straight back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such an interesting, weird character.
I think I'd stay in the room for 5 minutes just because I just have to. He's just so weird. It just make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I do like the dance.
Mannerisms. Yeah. Just an oddball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, Philip Schofield for me. I wouldn't want to be in the same room as you. I just find you BSy. Yeah, Trump. I did think about Trump, but I thought it was a bit of a go-to for that. Like,
Schofield's copped it.
yeah. Did you see the documentary he done? Schofield.
What,
Was
the
it
Castaway thing?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. No.
He lost his marbles.
Yeah, well, I suppose you would though. Yeah, but it's, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah. You, Philip. Right. Here you
Who
go.
wrote that?
No, I don't know who did write that. Let's give the shout out. We've got the shout out.
Philip Schofield. Bracknell.
From Leeds. Was it Janet from Leeds? No. That's the bikini one.
Right. It's yours.
Oh, damn, I'm going to get a stitch. Manual from London. If you could right one wrong, what would it be?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah. Make something wrong that you've done right, I suppose, is what he's trying to say. It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for the last one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've got some questions I want to throw Bob. I've got one more little debatey question I want to talk
Yeah.
between us.
I don't know.
You're letting your secrets out.
What have I done wrong? Maybe some business decisions.
Yeah.
I haven't got it correct at the time and then gone back to it. Oh, I'm not going to expose myself and say what it was. But
Yeah.
Business decisions that I should have done this, but I did this. And my business partner told me, you should have done that. And I'm like, okay, you were right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you elaborate in a way? So what was, not telling us what it was, but like an example of what that might have been?
It could be just a way of animating something.
Yeah.
Animate it this way and it will come out perfectly right. But I animated it my way and it came out perfectly wrong.
Yeah, but it's like artistic.
Yeah,
License,
I
innit?
thought it was going to go, I thought it was going to be perfect this way.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. And then I did it his way and it was perfect.
Yeah, but it's always a learning thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe sometimes when I go back and watch our first podcast
Yeah.
that it happened, it come out. Like
Yeah.
the wrongs in how we started this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just,
Learning
we
curve.
were in a room in here and we thought it's going to be fine. Just press record, do it. We spent, I want to say 4 hours trying to get a minute of recording. Like, it was insane. Like, insane how much... We had his cameras ready, realised that his cameras, like, which he's got good cameras, Nikon and all that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nikon. Oh, yeah.
But they wouldn't have worked in here, and you'd have had to buy new lenses.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
They were too big, and they were, like, literally in our faces.
Okay.
It's a thing though, isn't it? You wish the internet sometimes just can't tell you, and even ChatGPT or whatever, it just can't tell you, like, you have to make the wrong to do the right.
Yeah.
Like, to effectively get you to where you want to be. Like, I feel so, not about the workload, but I feel so happy that we can record people in a room now.
Yeah.
Like, I've taken that question off you, basically.
But I'd throw it back to you two then. This is your podcast.
Yeah.
Fabe, would you, in your sporting career, would you run a different race differently, or would you do a piece of training differently? And for you, in terms of music, what wrong would you right? And it can't be just like, I'd have made it, but in terms of what, do you know what I mean?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
I know straight away.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I would have moved coaches earlier.
Right.
Not saying that my coach wasn't good. He did sessions at the wrong time of the year, and I feel that they didn't work for me.
Okay.
They probably worked for other people in the group, and fair play to them, but for me it wouldn't have worked. It didn't work.
Right.
So
What's that down to?
peaking and knowledge.
Right.
Like, for
but
me,
is that surface stuff as well, different times of year and whatever?
yeah, because so like October to December is like your loading base, where you get strong, you get like powerful, explosive. And then from like January, or maybe even January, you're still in that loading phase if you're not doing the indoor season.
Yeah.
So like February, March, April, that's when you want to start tapering down, bringing it lighter and be ready for the season.
Right.
Not too light, but you want to get to a point where I don't feel so heavy in my training. I don't feel like I'm Incredible Hulk in the blocks.
Yeah.
You want to feel like...
It's going to slow you down.
Yeah, you want to feel like a stone, maybe not stone lighter, but you want to feel lighter, but you want to still keep the same strength, the same power, the same explosiveness. Whereas I feel like my coach kept me at such a power all the way through to like April, May.
Right.
And the championships was in July, and it just wasn't enough time to get that stuff out my legs. So yeah, I would change that point.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Good answer.
Really interesting.
That's why I feel like I can make a great athlete.
Yeah.
Like, actually make a great
Yeah.
athlete. Yeah. I believe you can. I think, so it'd be great. Like, we've always said to each other, we'll do this solidly for a year and see what happens off the back of it. And you've said that a number of times. To train, I think you should train a contender.
Yeah, I would love to.
And see if you can make them a champ.
Yeah.
Little plug there. No, but that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what you've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
What would I have done differently? Oh, so much stuff. I feel like I did absolutely, like, I did everything. I stretched every possible avenue. Like, it's not talking as if it's over for me. I'm releasing music and have released music and stuff like that. But like, you're a younger man back then, and you can do more things, right? You can, your dreams are your job. Let's face it, you have parents to fall back on, and you're allowed to do that stuff. I would have told myself to gig a lot more with my own music, and I would have picked a guitar up sooner. I think I would have loved to have learned an instrument earlier on, because I learnt to play guitar, and not by any stretch of the imagination in a great way, but I was 17 and I learnt to play the guitar myself and that. But I really feel like say if my daughter, when she's born, wants to learn an instrument, I will push that in her to you have to learn the instrument. Like, it has to be a part of you, like a piano, like, if it's a guitar, if she wants to play trumpet, whatever. Yeah. Like, really go in depth about it. I think it would have set me up for songwriting with other people better, because I'm just basics on the guitar, and I can just tart it up, so to speak, to make me sound better, I think it would have set me up in the long run more for songwriting. So to have learnt an instrument, I think in a professional way would have been a lot more. And
Interesting.
I would have followed my gut a bit more. I would have listened to what I wanted to do, because what's weird about, like, when I first started to write music, like, I was writing on a bloody Windows 94. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was, it wasn't even GarageBand. It was just, I was recording through the mic and making music and like drumming on. But I listen back to those songs like now, and they're almost what I would have loved to have done as an artist. And it's like, why didn't I listen to myself more at that point and just follow that dream? And it's because you're young, and you think people who are in the industry know what they're doing. You don't.
No.
You don't. Like, some people do, and you're lucky to cross their paths. But I always remember, like, you know, Nick Raphael, who is one of the biggest A&R guys, who made Sam Smith like famous. He made him massive. I sat in a room with Nick Raphael, with my mum and my dad, and he must have been at, I don't know what company it was at the time. It must have been Universal. And he fed us all this stum, you know, and he called me the Wayne Rooney of the jazz world, because I was doing jazz at that time. He called me the Wayne Rooney of the jazz world. It's like, this boy is going to do this, this boy is going to do that, he just needs to do this, do that. And you listen to these people because you're young, and you think, oh, dreams and admirations, like, you don't know what to do. Like, these people play with your heads.
When you was in that moment when they was saying those things about you, what was you thinking in your head?
To be honest, like, I was always like feet on the floor, but like, I get excited, you know. I never got nervous. I'll be excited, and it would just fill this. It's not a bad ego, but it would fill your ego with like, yeah, come on, you know. It made you believe more in yourself. Like, at 14, you don't know what you sound like. At 15, 16, 17, like, my voice truly was a voice when I was probably in my 20s. And like, it took that time to create. I could sing, and people said you were a great singer and stuff, like, at a young age. But when it broke fully, like, physically, and I knew more about it. But I just think, I've gone off there. What did you ask?
I don't even know myself.
No, but I think that.
How did it make you feel?
It made me. It made me feel sort of like
Mighty real.
Yeah. It made me feel like, yeah, I'm the new kid on the block. Like, it made you feel quietly confident and a bit untouchable. And then it's funny because, like, people will go for me now and they'll gun for me, but it was like, especially then, I never got a bad compliment, and that's what fed me. And these people would say these things into you. I remember, like, Gary Barlow, you're another one, mate. Like, I sat in a room.
Calling him out.
Sending for Barlow.
Yeah.
Sending shots.
But like,
I love Gary, so don't go there.
I know, he loves Gary Barlow. He loves to take that. And I've got nothing against him, but I can sort of understand where Robbie comes from in his films and stuff. But I just think, you know, like, Gary Barlow, I sat in a room with Gary Barlow, and he just, you know, he called me a young Tony Hadley and how good my songs were and all this stuff. And his label led me on for a long time. And you've met Ali. Ali was on that label, and he believed in me, and later on he continued with me.
Yeah.
And he left there, and I don't want to speak for Ali, but, you know, he saw what it was that they probably wouldn't invest in. And then I continued, and then off the back of that I got in with, you know, Universal. So it was all meant to be. Yeah. But I wish I'd have just listened to myself more. I wish I'd have been a bit more like, you love this music and this music, mould them together. Like, I was always about the streets and Frank Sinatra, which is mental.
Big mix.
But I'd love to have gone down that, and so many people do that weird stuff, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I would have done. Anyway, Bob.
Anyway, Bob. I like that.
I've got a question for you. Last one. Name me, we spoke about this,
Yes.
your all-star starting 11 in the Premier League. So the Premier League, from when it started till now,
Christ.
all-star studded Premier League team.
Spot as well.
Yeah. Goalkeeper.
Goalie. Who are you going with? Luda McGlosker.
Yeah, Rob Green.
Fabianski.
Bob's a West Ham fan.
Jesus. I might base it on players that I've seen live as well.
Which is a long time.
So I've been going long enough to see. I've seen Schmeichel a couple of times when Man United come down. The fact I was there, I'll probably have to go Schmeichel in goal.
Right. Schmeichel in goal.
He was something different. He was good. Very good. Right back.
Formation?
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll go. You got to go 3 up top.
Mhm.
I'll go. So I don't know if I'm going to back 4. Right back for what he's done in recent years would be Kyle Walker.
Yep.
Would have probably been Gary Neville, but yeah, what Walker's done now, impressive. Centre halves is tough. That is tough. Personally, for me, I'd probably go Rio and John Terry.
Right.
Left back Ashley Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Do that one. That's a back 4. Midfield.
Tough.
Individually, you could just go Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, but this is me obviously thinking on the spot. You could stick De Bruyne,
Or he has to go in there, doesn't he?
David Silva, unbelievable. On the spot here, I'm gonna Yaya. I've been at Upton Park and Yaya just absolutely took the piss. Just absolutely just destroyed us. I'm not a Lampard fan, to be honest. Yeah, Keane.
Yeah.
I'll go Vieira, Scholes, Gerrard. Yeah. Vieira, Scholes, Gerrard. And then I'd go.
Dimitri Payet.
Yeah, I would go. Either wing, you have to go Ronaldo, Henry, and the one I have to fit in is probably one of my favourite overseas players. Is I thought Bergkamp was
Really?
just something else. Just I don't think you'll see. There's players that are coming up Berbatov over the years. That guy's touch was just. Yeah, it's just out of this world. Just the way he just every kind of goal, just creates his own time, space. Henry's the best. Overall, Henry is the best Premier League player that there's been. But in terms of what I like watching in football, yeah, Bergkamp was just. It's like an artist.
Is it front 3? You got
Front 3 would just, but I'd just go Henry off the left.
Yeah.
I'll go Ronaldo off the right, and I'll just go Bergkamp. But Bergkamp's
he's a 10.
10. He can play anywhere. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. The midfield was tough. Yeah, I'll just stick with Gerrard, Scholes,
No Salah.
Vieira. No, to be honest, Salah's numbers are much better than Ronaldo's. Obviously, he's been in the Prem probably extended period longer. From who I've seen live, there was one game at Upton Park. We actually beat Man United 2-1.
Yeah.
And we went 1-0 down in the first half. And Ronaldo, he sprinted like from the halfway line. I just remember the ball got pinged out to the left wing, and I was down the same end he scored down. I just followed him with my eyes, and the power and the leap just to get on. He run from the halfway line just to get on the end of this header and just go and just to head it in the corner. I was like, something you ain't really seen before. It was frightening, to be fair, like the pace and power just to get there. He actually missed a penalty in that game as well. We beat him 2-1. But yeah, from what I've, and to be honest, again, it's horses for courses. What you're like, I look at Salah, his numbers are unbelievable, but I don't think he's the most gifted footballer you're ever going to see in your life. Like, these numbers are outrageous. Like, in terms of like Liverpool, if Luis Suarez won the Premier League twice, he'd be a greater than Salah, just for the way he played football. Obviously he's a bit of a nutcase, but yeah, he's just, his numbers and output's amazing, and he's just a machine, isn't he? But in terms of what you like in terms of football, as I say, like, I'd rather watch Bergkamp than watch someone like Salah. Do you know what I mean? And what Ronaldo had done elsewhere, just frightening. But yeah, and then Omri's Omri. The midfield was hard. Back four probably speaks for itself. Kyle Walker, you can Gary Neville. Obviously, I've gone a back four, but
got 3 Arsenal in there. That's all I care about.
Yeah, you have to, unfortunately. Yeah, all 4. Ashley Cole as well. Cole, Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry. Chelsea legend.
Nah, he's an Arsenal legend. I rate him as an Arsenal legend.
Man, he's unbelievable. Yeah. Probably I've seen live. Like, I like the random ones as well. I've seen live. Like, there was a game at Upton Park where Santi Cazorla was just unbelievable. Like, left foot, right foot, devastating. It was like games years ago that it was the first season we come up under Pardew, and it was 1-0 up at the time, and then they made a change. Chelsea made a change at half time. Hernan Crespo come on. Or it might have been just after the start of the second half. He was unbelievable. Bearing in mind, at the time, he had done the couple seasons before, he would have done back-to-back Champions League finals, or there was a year in between with AC Milan. So he played in the 3-3 Liverpool one. But yeah, he come off the bench. He was just unbelievable. Like, I think he scored one and he set up Drogba. Drogba was unbelievable. His movement? Just movement, like, just watching that live, I love that aspect. Obviously a massive West Ham fan, but when you're there and you see a bit of quality, you get the ump, you're like, that was just, it's just, sometimes you just got to sit there and go, that was unbelievable.
Filth.
And he was a weird, Crespo, that one always sticks out for me.
So going out then, name them all. So goalkeeper.
So I'm going to go Schmeichel, Kyle Walker, Rio, Terry, Ashley Cole, on 3 of Vieira, Scholes, Gerrard.
Yeah.
And then I've gone, you can mix up your front 3, I've gone Ronaldo, Bergkamp, Henry.
What a team.
I wouldn't want to play against
that was a tough one, but I'll probably go home tonight and go, I forgot. Forgot Jonathan Spector.
Well, Bob, listen, thanks for coming to play Double PQQ public pub quiz questions.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming, man. We're going to have a beer. And Fabe, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
That's the bar shut.
Ring the damn bell.
He's been watching.
That's the Champ and Contender. Over and out. All the best. Peace. See you later. That was good.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
boys, enjoyed that. That was good.